afternoon, good evening, friends. I hope that you're responding well to the coming holiday mood. You are not waiting to start reacting to the pressure that comes with the holiday mood. So this is Wealth Wednesday, and we are here once more to continue from where we left last week. We started looking at how to prepare for the months of December and January. And we started by saying that both months are very heavy consumption months. If we are not careful, if we are not intentional, how we approach the months, then this is where we begin to get it all wrong with our finances. This is how we begin to get into January and we are regretting all the things that we did in December. So we looked at 3 things that will help us to respond to the 2 months. Number 1, we said we are going to start by having a list of all the activities that we shall do in the month of December and the month of January, and those activities are likely to have a cost implication. We must spend while going through those activities. That was number 1. Number 2, we said that we are going to put a cost estimate to each of the activity. Everything that you have planned to do, you must attach a cost estimate to it, so that as you go about the month of January, the month of November, the month of December, you're preparing for the holidays, and then for January, you have an idea of exactly how much money you're looking for that will cover you in December and in January. Number 3, we said that once you've done that cost estimate or budget, then you're going to start adjusting where need be. And adjusting can be both downwards and upwards. Maybe you've prepared well in advance, you do all your budget and you realize you still have some money left. Do you want then to upgrade your holiday expenses, or do you want to adjust that expense that is above what you will incur to go towards a saving that will help you in the coming year? So adjust. So today we want to look at what are the common mistakes that we make as we plan or prepare for the holidays. What are the common mistakes that we are likely to make as we plan or prepare for the holidays? The first mistake that we commonly make is, of course, planning late for the holidays. You will realize that a lot of us wait until when it is November. That is when we wake up and start now planning for the holiday we are going to take, the family gathering we are going to have, all the things that we are going to do. We start now thinking about them this month. Whereas there's someone else who started planning for December and January all the way from January of this year. January, they put aside some amount. February, they put aside some amount, like that. By now, they are already up to there with the budget estimates that will be required to carry them through December and January. So we wait until it is too late. And when we start now planning at this time, obviously we might not have all the resources. It's unlikely that we'll be able to do something in the month of November and December that will give us enough to cover the activities of the holidays and then January without really putting pressure on our finances. So we wait until it is too late. The other mistake that we make is bowing to consumer pressure, and therefore we end up overspending. The holiday mood is kicking in earnest, and everywhere you turn from this second week of November all the way to after Christmas, there will be advertisements, there will be offers, everything just inviting us to spend. Even friends, wherever you turn, social media, whatever media, there's a lot of pressure to spend for the holidays. So if we are not disciplined enough, if we had not planned, if we are not intentional, then we shall be reacting to that pressure to overspend. The pressure to spend during this month is way too high. And you will notice that a lot of those offers that normally come in the month of December, November, December, and part of January, they will come hidden as offers, as discounts, and actually they are not usually the truth. It's not usually the discounts that you're talking, that they are inviting us to buy into. A lot of things will be overpriced. the thing that you can get in the month of October, August at half price will be priced like 3 times of its normal cost in the month of November to December. That holiday that you want to take in the month of December, if you take the same holiday in the month of January or February or March, it's likely you will spend even a third of the cost that you spend in December, and the experience will be even much, much more. Everything is overpriced. Everywhere is overcrowded in the month of December. And so there's that pressure to do things because it is the month of consumption. So that is the second mistake. Bowing to consumer pressure, advertising, offers, and everything, and we end up spending money that we had not budgeted for. Number 3 is bowing to traditional pressure and expectations. Tradition calls for us to want to do things in a certain way just because it is December. For example, it is expected everybody must take a holiday in December. Everybody must buy new clothes in December. Everybody must do this in December. So my question to you is it really necessary? Is it a must? Because everybody goes for a holiday in December, you must also take a holiday in December, even if that holiday, you know, it will cost you 3 times what it can cost you if you took the holiday in the other months. So bowing to traditional pressure. It is expected in December, everybody must be extravagant in the way they spend their money. Is it necessary? Is it a must that because everyone is spending in December, you must also spend in equal measure? I am not saying that you deny yourself. I'm not saying that we completely get out of doing things the way other people are doing. Because, for example, it will be family gatherings. Everybody is expected. You must all gather home during Christmas. But I am asking us, if we are going to be intentional about creating wealth from our personal finances, then we must challenge some of these traditional expectations. For example, even that family gathering, is it possible you can schedule that family gathering in a month when the cost of traveling is not so high? You'll realize that even fares, the cost of traveling in the month of December becomes very, very expensive. So even buying things to finance those family gatherings. So if you're intentional about creating wealth from your personal finances, then you're saying there are some sacrifices you must make. There are some traditional rules that you will have to do away with. And it is called living like no one else today so that you can live like no one else tomorrow. You're saying that you can schedule your family gatherings, you can schedule your holidays during the months when it is not high traffic, when the pressure to spend is not so high. And you will find, like I've said, when you do that, you even get the advantage of buying things at lesser cost, getting facilities even for the holidays at cheaper prices, so that you have a saving. And I'm not saying you won't do anything in December, but I'm just saying that bowing to that traditional pressure of everybody is doing this and therefore I must do. Everyone is buying this and therefore I must buy. Everyone is spending and therefore I must also spend. You can be disciplined and say, I have a budget that I need to work with in December and in January. I will stick to that irrespective of what is the pressure, either from consumption advertising or pressure from tradition. There's a way I can reorganize my spending and my holiday activities so that I do them in the months when there's not so much of pressure. A lot of the people that are conscious about wealth creation, you will hardly see them getting overexcited because it is Christmas. When it is Christmas, they are busy. They are the ones who are selling things to you. They are the ones who are waiting for you in those hotels to go and spend. Then when you have finished spending all your money and then now everything is free, everything has eased, that is the time now they'll take their holidays. You will find most of these very wealthy people, they take their holidays during the months of January, the months of February, when everyone now is crying, it is January, the money is finished. That is when you will find them taking their holidays. When everything now is selling at a discount, the real discounts, that is when you will find them buying things. But in December, you'll hardly find them going out of their way to buy things. It is because to them, every coin counts. It is because to them, they spend with intention. They don't spend for attention. They spend their money with intention. And therefore, they will look at when is it likely to give me more value by spending the same amount of money. Is it in December when everything is 3 times the cost? Or is it in January, February when everything is 1/3 of its cost? So that is how people that are intentional about creating wealth, they go about planning their activities. They start planning early. So you'll find somebody already knows, I need 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 for the holidays. And therefore from January, how much am I putting aside for that activity? They start putting aside that money early enough so they don't wake up in November and December, and that's when they start planning. Number 2, they do not bow to consumer pressure. If anything, you will find that they are the ones cashing in on that consumer pressure. Somebody already knows people will be needing to buy new clothes for Christmas, and therefore instead of going to join the crowd to buy the clothes that when they are overpriced, they are the ones who've already bought the clothes. They are the ones selling to you, including those many gifts that we are going to buy. Somebody has already aligned themselves. They know there's an opportunity to make money in December, and therefore what they will do is they are already prepared. They are waiting for you to come and start spending. They will get the money from you, and then they will now start spending. They will go and spend their money when the pressure has eased. So they don't bow to consumer pressure. No matter how much advertising is there, no matter what kind of discounts are there, no matter what everybody is doing, they will not bow. They are intentional. They don't react. They respond to the pressure. And number 3, they have broken the traditional expectations of how to do things. They don't take their holidays in December. They'll take their holidays in other months. They will not schedule their traveling or their family activities in December when everyone is doing it. They will do it at another time when the cost is relatively low. So friends, those are the 3 mistakes, common mistakes that we often make. And I'm sure when you look at yourself the way you've been doing things, you might even come up with 4 mistakes or 5 mistakes. There are so many others that you will do. But from my side, if we can take care of those 3, then we can say we are responding to, or we are being intentional about creating wealth with our personal finances. We are sure that as January is coming, it will not find us unprepared. We are not waiting for January to come, and that's when we are remembering there's school fees to be paid, there are books to be bought, there's rent to be paid. But we are intentional, we planned for it, and therefore it does not catch us by surprise. So continue enjoying, friends. Let us meet next Wednesday. We'll look at what other aspects of preparing for the holidays or harnessing the power of our personal finances so that we can create a financial freedom from our personal finances. Thank you so much.